Hey guys, welcome to another New World video. In today's video, I thought we could take a look at the journey for Season 2. I've had a ton of people asking me if it's worth even doing Season 2. Is it more solo friendly than Season 1? And of course, what can I do to prepare for Season 2? Well, honestly, Season 2 is a lot less grindy and a lot more rewarding for regular play than Season 1 was. And although there are a few things you can do in preparation, really, it isn't necessary to do anything. You will find that Season 2 flows into your regular play a lot more smoothly than Season 1 did. So all you will be doing to get this season done will be doing the stuff that you already were doing anyway. But to answer your question about the journey specifically, this one is way easier to complete. Some of it may take a little more time, of course, due strictly to daily limitations on things like acid chests, but overall it is very smooth, and even the most casual will get this season done with very little stress. So what I've done is made a list of the main objectives in each chapter that I think are either gimmies, and you will get them just for logging in, or are the easiest to complete solo, so that you can get the season chapters done quickly, get your trophy and armor skin, then relax and pick away at the season track for the rest of the season. So let's just get into it. So for the journey chapter 1, this one you'll need to complete at least 4 objectives, but when you complete them you'll receive a box full of 8 acid tinctures and 4,500 bonus seasonal experience. So the first thing that you'll complete the minute you log in probably is Glyph Scholar. This will award you with 850 seasonal experience. All you'll need to do here is visit one glyph location, which most of us will have done already. But if you are a new 60, you will be doing this just by working through your Brimstone Sands story, so don't worry about it. And the next, the Scarab Smith. For this, you will need to craft something using 1 golden scarab, which I know can be pricey, but you'll probably get one from an acid chest at some point during the season if you don't want to buy one. This will award you with 750 experience. And next, the Project Progenitor. This is simply to complete 10 town projects, which like in Season 1, you can go ahead and complete these now, and simply wait to turn them in when Season 2 launches, or just leave them and complete them later. And next, the Anubium Annihilation. This is to kill 10 Anubian Guardians, which if you didn't know are simply the ancients found in Brimstone Sands. And then of course, Word of a Thief. This is part 1 of the main story quest, and you should be doing that quest, so you should have this completed. Now, I know this is 5, but these are all very easy, so you could skip the scarab if you really wanted to, because you only need to complete 4. And when you complete this chapter, you simply click to turn it in and you will receive the additional 4,500 experience. Then, moving on to Journey Chapter 2. For this, you will need to complete 5 objectives, but then you'll receive the Desert Meal Pack. So again, Glyph Scholar 2. This is simply to find 5 glyph locations, which again, you should probably already have done if you're already level 60. Next, Faction Fanatic. This will be to complete 12 faction missions, which you can load up now and wait to turn in, but I advise you to not do this. Wait and complete them when it goes live for future tasks, but it's up to you of course. Next, we have the Seasoned Adventurer. This will be to complete 3 activity cards, which are really easy and you'll probably have completed them already just by playing through the story. And next, catch the Brimstone Sands Legendary Fish. This one is quite easy now. There are a few spots you can catch them in Brimstone, but with changes, it can be caught just about anywhere once this goes live. You can see why if you look at my Season 2 fishing test video for more information, but it won't be difficult at all, you'll see once you watch that. Then of course you'll complete Second Thoughts. This is the next step in the main story and you will have completed this already if you've played through the main story, which again I advise you do. And of course, Rumble Rush 1. This is to complete 3 outpost rushes. With the changes to the outpost rush in this season, you shouldn't have any trouble completing this with Cross Realm Outpost Rush. And of course, Sights of Brimstone, and this is to find an easel within Brimstone Sands. And then moving on to Journey Chapter 3. For this one, you'll need to complete 5 objectives once again, and you'll receive the Sandworm Egg House Decoration. Again, right off the bat, Glyph Scholar 3. This is now to find 10 glyph locations, which again, you will be completed already if you're already level 60. And if not, you really need to find the glyph locations anyway to be able to do the chest runs, so you'll get this done without much trouble. And next, defeat Khepri. This is done dozens of times per day, so it's really simple and you'll probably complete this in no time. And next, 25 town projects. Again, you can preload these now and turn them in when this goes live. Seasoned Adventurer. That is to complete 10 cards. Again, not very difficult. Craft 25 gypsum orbs. For this one, you could save up the gypsum now and have 25 gypsum on hand, but most people do by now. And next, complete the quest Ordeal at the 9 Gates. Most have done this already. It is a quest where you teleport around and find stuff. It's part of the main story for Brimstone Sands. So if you've completed Brimstone Sands, you'll auto-complete this. And finally, Precarious Position Story Quest, which again, you're going to want the armor set, so you're going to want to have this story quest done for this season. So this will auto-complete. Moving us on to Journey Chapter 4. This will of course award the Trophy of the Blood of the Sands. So again, right off the bat, the Glyph Scholar. which, just like all of the other steps, you'll probably have done already, or you will have done because you're going to want your glyphs. That's the main thing you do when you get to Brimstone Sands anyhow. And next, the Brimstone Elementalist, which is to kill 100 sulfur elementals. This will take a bit of time, but really is not very difficult. And next, loot 25 elite sulfur chests, which you could probably work on while you kill the 100 sulfur elementals. Next, complete the Brimstone Sands main story, which most of us have already done, and if you're a fresh 60 and you haven't yet, you will be working towards it for the weapons that it awards. And then next, complete the quest Empty Nest in the main story, which of course, once again, will be completed because you'll be playing through the main story. And guys, really I can't stress enough how important it is to play through the main story for the season. It takes less than 4 hours, and you're awarded a full set of gear and everything, so you're going to want to do that. And next, gather 15 Prism Blooms, and this is really easy. And if you didn't know, Prism Blooms are those flowers that you find around the map that give you the stuff to make dyes. So really, it's super simple. And finally, slay Heka. Again, very easy. And that will complete that chapter and get you the trophy. Now, moving on to chapter 5. For this one, you're going to need to complete 7 objectives, so it's going to take a little bit longer. But for this one, you will receive the Voice of the Devourer apparel skin. So, beginning again with the Glyph Scholar, which of course again you will probably have already completed or will be working towards completing anyway just for your character. And next, the Sulfuric Spoils. This is to loot 100 acid chests. Of course, you won't be able to complete this in one day because there's a limited amount, but if you do your acid runs each day, you'll be done this in about 4 days. Faction Fanatic is to complete 25 faction quests, which I really recommend that you do these by completing all PvP quests and don't pre-do them, as I said earlier with the 12 faction quests, and you'll find out why in a moment. And Half-Ton Hauler. This is to catch 1,000 pounds of fish, which sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. And next, kill 30 named enemies in Brimstone, which is a cakewalk. There are named enemies everywhere you look in Brimstone. Now, here is where the faction quests come into play. Adept Adversary. This is to collect 30k PvP experience. This one is very easy. All you have to do is complete your 25 faction missions by doing PvP faction missions. Also, you'll need to complete a few OPRs anyway, so you'll get awarded some PvP experience for that as well. And next, Remembrance. This is the final step to the story. And then slay Stubbles the Goat King. Again, very easy, and everybody knows where he is, so I won't get into explaining that. I have videos for locations of all these names. And kill 500 Dunewalkers. Again, very easy, it just takes some time to kill 500. So by the time you finish this, you will have received all the rare and hard to get things for the season, which is the stuff you really want. Then you can begin to work on the seasonal track. And the nice thing is by completing all of these, you will receive between 36 and 40 levels of the seasonal track already, and all of your journey is complete. So, as you can see, there really isn't much this season that forces you into raids, mutations, or any sort of big group play. Although the elements of that kind of play still exist here as they did last season, but in this season they have added more solo objectives, allowing people to finish the journey as they wish. Where last season, Chapter 4 and 5 required you take part in a few of these larger scale group activities like invasions in order to complete them. So overall, I think Season 2 is quite well done, and very much worth your time, even though it is truly getting greatly overshadowed by the upcoming expansion and people almost aren't really talking about it. But guys, definitely do not skip it. I'm not telling you to purchase the premium track or anything, but the rewards from the season quest and from the completing the journey are very much worth getting. I will be covering it in much more detail in the coming weeks after it launches, so keep an eye out for that. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.